to episode 2 of What's Cooking. Yes, we are on episode 2. It's been a minute since I dropped the podcast. Um, you know, just been doing me, letting this podcast grow slowly. So, yeah, we're on episode 2 of What's Cooking. Before this podcast starts, just know that you can find this podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We're now officially on Spotify, so you can go there, search me up. What's Cooking? It should be in the description on the YouTube page, or if you go to my channel on the YouTube page, it should be right there. Or if you want to, you can go to Anchor.fm, or you get the Anchor app, and you can find those links for both Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So yeah, and also if you're on Spotify, feel free to rate me, give me 5 stars. It puts the algorithm up for me to go to the top. So yeah, we're now on Spotify, so let's get it. We're also still available on Anchor FM, or you can get the Anchor app that's on Android device and Apple device as well. So from there, you can also leave me a message telling me if the podcast is good, leaving questions, concerns, topics, stuff like that. All you have to do is push that button on the app that says record your message, and your messages come straight to me, and I can answer it for the next episode of the podcast. So yeah, and also you can follow me on Instagram at YoungBoyCooking or Deshaun Delights. Either way, thank you, and subscribe to the channel if you're watching this. I guess kind of hearing it because it's not really a video on this, but if you're watching the video on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment. Same thing with the messages, any topics, concern, this, that, and the third. All right. And also, you can follow me if you want to on twitch.tv/DJCar99. That's twitch.tv/DJCARR99. That's twitch.tv/DJCar99. Right now, the only thing I'm doing on there is just editing videos that I record from gaming with my friends. So yeah, that's the stuff I do on there. It's fun. I'm pretty chill on it. I'm not really big on streaming and stuff like that. It's just something to do during the pastime, especially in the mornings. That's where you could catch most of the streams in the morning. So yeah, that's all the promo. Let me get this water real quick. All right. So, how I'm doing? I'm doing pretty much perfectly fine. Still in quarantine. Been in this house for over days. Need a new edge up, and my dreads need to be retwisted. But I'll be okay. I will be okay physically. Anyways, so what I've been doing since the last episode, what I've been doing, I've been planning out some things to do with the channel on YouTube. I'm trying to figure out ways how I can post more on YouTube and not to depend on just the podcast being just that for posting. Right now, I'm just writing down stuff, how I would want to record me like cooking and stuff like that. Thinking about vlogging, stuff like that. Just basically having multiple plans and planning to get out and seeing what I can do with the stuff that I have. And really seeing what I can create with this channel. So I'm basically just planning for a couple of days, just having plans on my mind, writing it down, writing the execution part as well down, so I can, so I can pretty much be successful at doing this. So yeah, I've been doing that. School. I just finished, a couple of days ago, I finished my baking finals. So I'm waiting on that. And right now I finished my review for regular cooking for that final. Yeah. And I'm also cooking pretty much. That's what I've been pretty much doing, trying a new recipe, working on skills and stuff like that. just practicing folding and stuff like that. Just, you know, doing what I went to school for. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing. That's pretty much what I've been planning, and that's pretty much it right there. So yeah, let's go to the first topic of the podcast. Yes. Twitch. I mentioned it before. Twitch.tv/DJCard99. Sorry for the dogs barking. So yeah, the Twitch community is having a controversial moment. Controversial moment. There we go. With a streamer. I believe her name is pronounced Alinity. She's a streamer. She streams games, and the Twitch community does not like her, especially with what's going on now. Basically, she just had like a what do you call it? A wardrobe malfunction. Wardrobe malfunction. Yeah, she basically had that. I mean, it's whatever. You know, stuff like that happens all the time on Twitch, but they're really mad at her. I believe she got banned or suspended. Either way, she was punished. I think, yeah, she got suspended for a day, and she said she's gonna ban her. In quotation, she's gonna ban herself for 3 days because she deserves to be punished more. It's whatever. It's just another case of, you know, people on the internet acting wild and kind of getting away with it. So yeah. She's also, if you don't know who Lindy is, she's also the girl that's famous for throwing her cat like out of her way while playing Apex, and like something else, something about like her dog like licking her private, like some, I don't know, some wild stuff, some very certain demographic type stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, so she's been on the community's radar. Almost a lot of Twitch people have been making videos about her, like very angry. So yeah, she's been on the radar, and I guess she kind of got caught slipping. It's more just basically a slap on her wrist, and I think it's really bad for Twitch to do something like that, to just ban her for 1 day, which is basically, it's not even a ban. It's basically she being suspended for 1 day, and I think that's bad for Twitch to do that because it makes Twitch give off the message of, hey, if you do something that's not cool, we'll only give you a slap on the wrist so you can keep doing the stuff that's not cool, when, you know, they should really take action into it, to basically make her an example, so the next Alinity can watch the mistakes of this one, so they can be like, okay, I gotta chill, I gotta be a decent human. I know that's hard for some reason as a human, but I gotta be decent. But yeah, I think, you know, Twitch really need to step up the punishing program, the punishing style, or I guess, because I feel like if this was like a different streamer, like say like Guy, and he shows his privates, I feel like they would ban him for the rest of the earth, you know. But yeah, I mean, that's my thing on it. Do better, everyone. Again, I think Twitch should definitely, what's it called? She should definitely get banned for a while. But you know, again, it's one of those things where, you know, if you're high on top and you're making money for a certain company, you're less likely going to get like a big punishment. Sure, you get a punishment to make the, you know, to make the crowd, to make the public seem like you got punished hard, but you know, you don't really get punished. I mean, it's the same thing on the YouTube side, if you want to talk about it. You know, PewDiePie is a big one. You know, he said the N-word while playing PUBG, and they pretty much slapped him on the wrist. His fans slapped him on the wrist. You know, people gave the excuses in an intense moment. that's in a virtual game, but it's whatever. That it's it's a virtual game, but whatever. A tense moment, okay, sure. It's not like actually being in front of a gun in real life is not a tense moment, but in the virtual reality, yeah. But anyways, that's the point. But they basically let them slide. There's a lot of YouTubers. There's a lot of people on YouTube who get away with that type of shit. That some Twitch people are also getting away with that type of shit. What's another one? What's another person? I know a lot that I can't remember, but on the YouTube side, what's his name? There was a dude that Jake Paul. There we go. Jake or Logan Paul. One of them two idiots. They the whole Suicide Forest thing, and going to Japan and basically making fun of the whole culture. Like is these type of people who are really big up in YouTube, who are getting YouTube that money, that YouTube is not gonna discipline that bad because they're making them the money. And there's so many different examples. Keemstar, he's famous. He's known for that Alex is the filthy N-word, event. That happened. Like, even if it was years ago, people still let him slide. People do that, this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? But hey, it's just how it is. If the higher power you are, you're kind of gonna get a slap on the hand. Now of course this could be different, because a lot of these people that I've mentioned, they're on the certain demographic side, the Karen side, the male on damn near everything side, the I don't know about these type of music side, you know what I mean? Like, just little from the Caucasian mountain, you know what I mean? The how about a white history month type people? So basically those type of people. But I feel like if the role was switched, I don't know. If the role was switched, I feel like the punishment would, be different. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know anybody who's gotten that type of trouble. That is fair skinned. I don't know anyone who's gotten that type of trouble. But yeah. But I mean, it was one of those things where, it is a big person does something stupid, and people get riled up, and I guarantee you by a couple of weeks we'd all forget about that, and until the next person does something stupid, until the next person does something stupid. But it's whatever. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the Eleni thing. It's whatever. But yeah, go follow me on twitch.tv/DJCar99. I try to stream more often, mostly in the mornings, to just keep me to do something in the morning, to keep me to get up early. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. Yeah, so before we get to the next topic, I'm gonna hit you guys with this little ad. What up, it's your boy Young Boy. I had to stop the podcast to give you guys this fresh, nice ad. If you haven't heard of Anchor, it is the easiest way to make a podcast. Now let me explain. First of all, it's free, zero. You don't have to pay anything. All you really need is something to record with, or you can just use your phone. The second thing, there is a creation tool. Basically, what that means is you can record or edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer, or any other device that you have. iPhone, iPad, Samsung tablet, whatever it is, you could do it right then and there. Not only that, Anchor will distribute your podcast to different podcast platforms. So we're talking about Spotify, we're talking about Apple, Google Podcasts, or whatever podcast platforms are there. Not only that, but the best part about the whole thing is you can make money off of this as well. And there's no minimum leadership. There's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So go download it for free on an iOS or Android, or simply go to Anchor FM and get started. Get your podcast on today. left off talking about Twitch, and now we're on to the next topic, which is food. So yeah, we're getting a food topic. Um, so yeah, I said last episode I'll try to put food in it. I'll try to put food in almost. I'm not gonna, put food in every video or every podcast, but I'll try to put something in there. Especially since I want to do some more food stuff with the YouTube channel. So I try to put a little dazzle of food in here. So yeah, basically what I did, I basically looked back through my life throughout the years, all the food spots that I've ate, and I really picked out. I went down to 5 places that I either have the best memories of, or I just like the food. So these are my top 5 to go places. I mean, top 5 places to go for food. So they're not in any order from best to worst. They're just basically, these are my 5 picks of the places you can go to get food. So yeah. So before we start, I need some more water. All right. So number 1, Lucy's Fried Chicken. I remember I was introduced to the spot by my mom, I think, or my parents. And I remember this place has fire chicken. The chicken's fire, the fries are fire. Everything about this place is fire. I believe they have mashed potatoes and greens; those are fire as well. This is a very fire place. Great chicken. I think it's better than a lot of chicken places here. I've enjoyed the heck out of it. I'm not sure where it's located at, but it's somewhere in the Austin area. Also, all these places are Austin area based. Almost all of them are Austin area based in Texas. So yeah, Lucy's Fried Chicken, best chicken spot. It tastes good. It's like the originator of fried chicken came back from the grave and made a restaurant. Yeah. Anyways, the next one is Nikki's Pizza. This one is actually one of my favorites because I remember when I first found this place out, I was getting my driver's license at the time. At the time, I went to a driver's ed school. And so basically, with this driver ed school, they kind of treat it like a traditional school where you get a break, and then you come back and you learn some more. So the breaks that I would get is in the afternoons. So it was cool because you kind of had the advantage at the afternoons because almost everything's open instead of being in the mornings where you have to wait for some places to open, or or like there's like a breakfast spot. Like the only breakfast spot there was Sonic, that was across the street, but no one wants that. But yeah, but around there was like there was a Shortstop, there was a Sonic, I think there was a Wendy's, but I definitely remember that there was a place called Nikki's Pizza, and every day or every time I had the class, I would go there. And I would basically get their pizza. They had a cool deal. I think it was like $5 or $10. Either way, it was a pretty cool deal. It was 2 large slices of pizza with a drink. And I remember I'd always get that. Pepperoni, because, classic. And, it was like every other pizza places. They would heat it up, and I'd get it. And I remember the place was cool because it felt like, them old school 90s, the 90s movies, the 90s movie pizza places, this type of diners. So yeah, I remember just going there, getting the pizza, going back to the table, and just being on my phone. This is when I had a Galaxy S3, I believe. Yeah, this is back when I had an S3. This was my S3 era, where I just had everything downloaded on that phone. I'm talking emulators. I was out there playing Pokemon. Uh, which one? I was playing Pokemon Emerald on my Samsung. It was fun. Great days. Good days. Um, yeah, I remember just sitting there watching YouTube on that phone and just enjoying my life as a 16-year-old kid with a S3. So yeah, Nikki's Pizza, best pizza place in my opinion. A little biased, just a tiny bit, but yeah, I enjoyed it. It was fun going there, and low key, I might just go back there to see how it is now after this whole quarantine stuff stops. So yeah, that's best place right there, Nikki's Pizza, and my third pick. I feel like this like plays the NFL draft. Third pick for Asian food. Bowed up from Asia. Anyways, so yeah, my third pick is Bowed Up. Bowed Up is an Asian cuisine, an Asian dish place. Oh man, I am trash at talking right now. An Asian dish place. And basically they do like soups or bows, stuff like that. I would always get the soup, especially like before or during a lunch break at work. Mainly because it was like literally 5 minutes away from my job, walking distance, by the way. So yeah, it was very close and very good food. I'd advise you to go there if you're ever in Austin. The Mueller place, get you some bows. I think my favorite one's definitely the brisket, and also like getting the soup with chicken. The broth is really good for the chicken broth. Is it a broth or a stock? I think it's either a chicken broth or chicken stock. Either way, it's good. I enjoy it. It was a very great place that I found randomly. Well, no, I wasn't found. I didn't find it. I was told about it and I tried it out. It was good. But yeah, next up, another Asian place, broth and basil. I discovered this a couple months ago. I remember driving from work to home, and when I entered Pflugerville, I saw a new place open at what's it called Stonehill. That's where it's at. That's where it's located, at Stonehill. And I was like, what is that? And I basically went there and I ordered some Asian food. It's good food. I enjoyed it. They had desserts. I tried that. It's good dessert. I enjoyed it. Great food. The broth is amazing there. There's like multiple choices you can get. You can get like this raw beef, which I accidentally got because I didn't know, but it was still good at the end of the day. You can also get cooked beef on there. They do to-goes or dine-in. It's really cool. I really enjoyed it. It was my favorite place to eat right now. Since I can't go too far out since we're in quarantine. But yeah, the next one. This is a dessert place actually, not just food. It's Andy's Frozen Custards. It's an ice cream place. It's fire. I enjoy it. I enjoy the heck out of it. It's kind of like it's basically like your average ice cream place, like Baskin Robbins. Well, kind of like Baskin Robbins, where like you can pick your flavor and stuff like that. But this one's more different. You can pick your flavor, and you can also pick your toppings, so you can customize it to how you like it. And it's cheap. It's not great prices. I think my favorite combination is vanilla, and they call it concrete over there, meaning there's a mixture. So vanilla concrete with uh, cookie dough and caramel. Those, bruh, it's a great combination. I advise you to get that. It's like eating gold, basically. If you know what gold tastes like. But yeah, um, great. It's great. Um, a second combination that I would do is cheesecake, uh, caramel. Those two, great flavor. Um, Actually, one I want to try. Yeah, I've been told that I should do cookie dough, chocolate, brownies, and caramel. I heard that was good. But yeah, Andy's is a great place. I enjoyed it. Um, I the only places I know where it's at is Round Rock and Pflugerville. But yeah, it's great. It's good food. Um, I guess honorable mentions. I should probably do an mention. Um, let's see, what's there for honorable mentions? Shout out to In and Out for being cheap. Um, there's nothing like getting two double doubles and two fries for like $11. I truly enjoy that, especially when you're balling on a budget. Um, what else? Pizza Mods. Pizza Mods is good. Pretty much, well, almost any pizza making places or places where you can customize your own pizza like that, and you can wash and put it on, and all that stuff. That stuff hits the spot. It's pretty good. So yeah, shout out to them. Um, Shout out to Wingstop. Good wings, great fries. You know, shout out to them. So yeah, that's the honorable mentions right there. So yeah, that's my top 5 places to go, pretty much. You guys check them out. Lucy Fried Chicken, Nikki's Pizza, Bowed Up, Broth from Basil, and Nandy's Ice Cream. Um, they're really good. I enjoy them, and I had fun memories with them. So yeah, that's pretty much on the food topic for this podcast. And let me get some water. And for the next episode, I was thinking of doing a top 5 of different other food things. So top 5 wings, maybe top 5 pizza chains, stuff like that. Go ahead and put my top 5s on there. I think that's what I'm gonna do for the next episode. It's probably gonna be more top 5 based episode. I'll put a little, other news in there to spread it out. But yeah, I was definitely thinking of doing something like that, just doing a top 5 anything for the next episode of what's cooking. So yeah, and make sure you rate this episode. Let me know what you think about this episode. Tell your friends, share the episodes, all that good stuff. So yeah, so let's get to the next topic, and that is, anime, and basically what I've been watching since this whole quarantine. Subscriptions to Netflix, Hulu, Funimation, which is the anime Netflix, like anime for Netflix. All these big things. Disney Plus. What else? Crunchyroll. I guess YouTube TV. I don't know who YouTube TV. I guess I don't know who gets that type of shit. But yeah, that subscriptions been going through the roof ever since the quarantine, and I basically I guess this is my top. Well, I only have 2 on there. These are my top 2 shows that I've been watching since the quarantine. I guess my recommendations. But I mean, I got more I can think of off top of the brain. But yeah, the first one is My Hero Academia. Fire show. I truly enjoy it. It's definitely one of the goats in my list, in my personal list. I enjoyed all seasons. I haven't finished seasons 4 yet, but I'm really enjoying that season. So, My Hero Academia, what is it about? It's basically about a kid who is telling his story on how he became the number one hero. We start with our character Deku, who is quirkless, meaning a powerless character in the movie. I mean, the TV show. But then he gains his power by a. I don't want to risk. I don't want to spoil it for you. But he basically gains his power by a special way. He ends up fighting with friends and stuff like that. So yeah, season one was great about him, discovering his powers or building his power up. Season two was great. Him controlling his powers, him being taught by an old master. Season three is great. Him learning, uh, him learning, him learning. I did it again. Um, Him trying to learn more of his quirk and learn how to be different than from the same person. So yeah, um, I truly enjoy My Hero. It's great. I love it. The next one on here is Black Clover. Um, another one of those shows that's definitely going to be in my top anime. So Black Clover, what is it about? It's basically if you ever watch Naruto, it basically has the same story, but to me, I feel like there's a different execution. So it's basically where we have our main protagonist Asta, uh, and he basically wants to become the Wizard King. Um, so he has to train and stuff like that. He joins a club and stuff like that, and he basically builds up to become the Wizard King. Um, it's one of those stories of how the character becomes this and stuff like that. But with this one, it's we're seeing it as it goes. So it's basically him trying to be the Wizard King. But the best part about it is that it's not just him trying to be the Wizard King. It's also his brother Asta, his adopted brother Asta, who wants to be the Wizard King as well. And there's many other people in this whole universe that wants to be the Wizard King as well. So it's very competitional. Same thing with My Hero. It's also competitional. Everybody wants to be the number one hero. It's very competitional. I'm on season one. I'm halfway through it. I enjoy it. Captain Yami is my favorite character. Asta is still my favorite character. I'm really enjoying the season, the series, and I can't wait to see more. So yeah, that's Black Clover for you, and that's My Hero. Some other animes that either I can what's it called? I hate when I have the word in my head and ready to use when I don't know what it is. Either way, I also like Kill la Kill. It's basically an anime about a revenge story where a girl, her father dying, and she basically has to solve the mystery and figure out where the other piece of her sword, which is basically scissors, is. And the way she does it is she wears this clothing that transforms to a bodysuit. They're called Goku uniforms, and they basically give you powers, or they just give you like armor and stuff like that, and give you amazing abilities. So she fights through the ranks and tries to find who killed her father and where is the other piece of the sword. It's a good anime. It's all action. Now, keep in mind, if you go watch this anime, I recommend you watch this by yourself. If make sure nobody can come in and see what you're watching. They're gonna think you're weird. It does have what's the word I'm looking for? It's not nudity, but what's the word I'm looking for? It definitely you're gonna see some butts. You're gonna see some boobs. Like sexualized, I guess. I don't know, but one thing about the show though, I feel like once you see that for like the fourth time, or really once you see that after like the second or third time, you really get numb to it, and you're just like, it's just a part of the show, and that's when you start to focus on the story, which I kind of like about the anime, because at first I didn't like. I was like, oh, I don't know about this, if this is gonna be the show all the time, where it's just where the transformation making her dress tighter, you know, to pushing out her boobs and stuff like that. But but the more I watched it, the more I got used to it, and the more I was really able to focus on the story. And I was like, and by the time I realized I could focus on the story and that this anime is better, I was already on episode 2. So for a person like me, if this show can do this and still be able to show the story that is, you know, a little more deeper than what it looks like, you know, and it only took me to episode 2 to realize that, you know, you might also enjoy it or you might not. But either way, I'd advise you to watch this. You know, only watch it with people who knows about the anime culture and knows that that's one thing in anime that they do. You know, we don't know why. It's just, it is what it is. But yeah, Kill la Kill is definitely a good anime you should watch. I enjoyed it. Another anime is what's it called? Fire Force. There we go. It's another anime that I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna see if it's good or not. Then I could recommend it to you guys maybe. It's basically, I think it's like, I feel like it's the same story as Black Clover, where they're trying to be the best of the best. So yeah, I'm gonna go check that out. Hopefully it's good, and hopefully I enjoy it. So yeah, that's basically it for anime, the anime side of this podcast. So yeah, that's my top 2 animes right now. Maybe I'll do a top 5 on the next episode. So yeah, that's it for this topic. I'm gonna hit you guys with another ad. What up, it's your boy Young Boy. I had to stop the podcast to give you guys this fresh, nice ad. If you haven't heard of Anchor, it is the easiest way to make a podcast. Now let me explain. First of all, it's free. Zero. You don't have to pay anything. All you really need is something to record with, or you can just use your phone. The second thing, there is a creation tool. Basically, what that means is you can record or edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer, or any other device that you have. iPhone, iPad, Samsung tablet, whatever it is, you can do it right then and there. Not only that, Anchor will distribute your podcast to different podcast platforms. So we're talking about Spotify, we're talking about Apple, Google Podcasts, or whatever podcast platforms are there. Not only that, but the best part about the whole thing is you can make money off of this as well. And there's no minimum leadership. There's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So go download it for free on an iOS or Android, or simply go to Anchor FM and get started. Get your podcast on today. Okay, welcome back. Appreciate you guys listening to the ads. So yeah, last topic we was talking about anime. Now we're talking about music. So yeah, we got some music selections. We have 2. Those are that's the only thing I've, wanted to talk about. So number 1 on here is Travis Scott's The Scotts featuring Kid Cudi that came out about a couple days ago. It's a cool song. It's very cool. It was first introduced on a Fortnite event with Travis Scott, where basically it's basically a Travis Scott event where they did some cool, crazy effects in the game of Fortnite. A lot of people were there, over 14 million, I believe, and Travis Scott also broke a record for Fortnite being the most viewed event. So shout out to Travis Scott, shout out to Kid Cudi for the new music. I like the song, it's cool. I like Travis's part. He does great at really making beats and going with the beat and just making it sound cool. Same thing with Kid Cudi. I enjoyed the song. So yeah, so shout out to Kid Cudi, shout out to Travis Scott. Travis Scott, The Scotts featuring Kid Cudi. All right. Next is DaBaby dropped an album about a week ago, I think, a couple weeks ago. Blame It on DaBaby. How how many tracks is there? Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I gotta. The baby. So Blame It on the Baby. Oops. Hold on. There's a playlist. I was about to say there's not 50 songs on there. Give me 1 second. Sorry, y'all. There you go. Okay. Blame It on the Baby came out this year, a couple weeks ago. By the Baby. 13 songs, 33 minutes. It okay. So I like the Baby. Kurt, I think is his best work of art. I really enjoy it. He's fun to listen to. He's a great entertainer. But I was kind of iffy on this album. It was okay. I won't say it's bad. I won't say it's horrible. It just wasn't for me. It could definitely been better. And it's okay. It's whatever. It's an iffy album. It's not trash, nor is it not like the best he's done. It's a meh. It's a 6.5 out of 10. I don't think I don't think it's trash. I just the shit was a little better. Like I feel like the two songs that really got me. Well, there's a couple songs that really made me go to the mess. Really made me go to 6.5. It's really sad shit and Find My Way. Those two songs really bumped this album down. I definitely was not a big fan of these two songs. I'm not gonna lie. These two songs really made this album go down. The rest of the songs, I was okay with it. A lot of these songs they were mid to me. A lot of these songs on there, they were mid except for not talking about it. Except for Sad Shit and Find My Way. It was mid. It was just a mid album. Which doesn't mean it's bad. Doesn't mean it's trash. Doesn't mean, if someone put it on there, I definitely wouldn't be like, hey, yo, turn that off. It just wasn't as good of an album as I thought it would be. So yeah, I mean, not everyone's gonna always swing and a miss. I mean, swing and a miss. Sorry, I mean to say not everyone's album's gonna be a hit all the time. So yeah, for this album, I gotta give it honestly, it's a cool 6.5. Really, it's a cool 6.5. Will I be going back to this album? Maybe, maybe, but yeah, Kirk was definitely his best work, and Kirk is definitely better than Blame It on Baby. But yeah, shout out to the Baby, hitting them hits, making them hits, hitting them goals, stuff like that. And let's hope the next project will be better than this one. So yeah, I guess that's my review on the Baby's album, Blame It on Baby. So yeah, that was it for this podcast. That's all the topics I had. I appreciate everyone that's been listening to this, and I just want to say, I'm sorry if some words that come out of my mouth sound like I'm having a hard time pronouncing it. I'm not the best at speaking. I slur my words and I mispronounce a lot of words that I say. I'm more of a what's called. I guess you could say like my mouth moves faster than my brain, so I end up saying words wrong, or like I'll just mumble the whole sentence and hopefully someone gets it. So yeah, if you ever hear me like correct myself, like I'm pretty sure I've done before on here, just know it's just how I am. Um, I'm working on it. You know what I mean? Trying to pronounce more. Trying to what's it called?